Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. So I have this blanket set up on the welding table, and I'm going to do a Altoids survival kit tin that you carry in your pocket video. And the reason I'm doing that is I had some comments on my channel from STELLA P, and I wanted to show STELLA P my Altoids container that I carry in my pocket and what everything is used for. I'm going to try to be real specific about that. Trying to make this a short video, but this is something that I carry every day. This is my EDC. I've carried this for at least 25 years that I know of. And like I said in previous videos, I've always carried this, but the box has been changed about 4 times because I beat the crap out of it. And I always have this on me no matter what. And this is just a regular Altoids candy tin. And then I wrap this with Ranger bands or bicycle inner tube. And you can see they're all beat up. So first off, we're going to start here. On the outside, you have on the outside of the container to keep it from opening up, you have your Ranger bands or bicycle inner tube, and these you could use these for setting triggers and traps because they're like a rubber band. And you can also these are really handy for your keys or your gear, holding it together from clanging and banging and making noise. That's what they were actually used for, Ranger bands, to keep noise down. And also these make great, you know, if you get a fire going and you can't get it to go really good because you have wet tinder or something, these will get the suckers going. You light these on fire and get them going, and they burn nice and hot because they're rubber. And the Altoids container itself, it's about maybe 1 inch tall, 2 inch wide, 3 inch long, and it's perfect for everything that you need in a situation when you're out in the woods, or even in an urban situation where you can carry everything in your pocket. And I'll show you what we got here. So what you can do is you can use this to boil water in, and you can also poke a hole in this and you can make char cloth. There's many uses for these right here. And I'm going to open the lid up here, and on the inside, if you polish this up a little bit, you can use this for a signal mirror, and hopefully you can grab that reflection there. And then I have some duct tape right here, and this is on wax paper, and it's a pretty long section of duct tape. It's about this long, maybe 1.5 feet or so, and that's very handy. You can use that for band-aids, you can use it for patching your tents, wrapping up your gear. You can actually run it in strips and use your fire steel or your lighter to start it on fire and use it for fire tinder. Then you have this paper that's waxed impregnated, which is your that it's stuck to, so that's also used for fire tinder if you want, and that works really good. And duct tape, you can also make a container to carry water or other things, so very handy. And like I said, I'm going to try to do this quick so that it's not a long video. And this has been in there forever, and this is Adventure Medical Kit's signal mirror, and it has a reticle in the center, and that's so that you can see, you know. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this out of the wrapper, and I don't want to do that because I don't want this to get all scratched up, but you can see it's very shiny. And what you do is you put your hands up out in front of you like this, and if you see a plane over here in the way off in the distance, you're going to take the reticle and you're going to hold it up to that plane, close one eye, watch that plane, and put your hands up like this, and you're going to put that airplane or whatever you're trying to signal, that person that's standing over there, whatever you're trying to signal, you're going to put them in the crotch of your fingers right here when you look at them. And you're going to take that reticle and start flipping this mirror back and forth like this. And you'll see the flash when they're off in the distance, and you'll hit them with that flash. And the other thing that you can use these signal mirrors for is if you have a tick somewhere that you can't find out where it's at, if it's, like on the backside of your leg or something, or if you have something in your eye, you can look at your eye or in your mouth. There's a million uses for these, tons of uses. Also, I carry money in here. If you're in a situation where you forget your wallet and you want a cup of coffee, or you need to make a phone call or something like that, you have fire tinder. I know you're not supposed to burn money, but you know what? If you're in a situation where you're in dire needs and you need to get a fire started and this is what you have to burn, then I'm gonna burn it if it's gonna save my life. That's what it's for. And right here, this is a pencil out of Adventure Medical Kit's
survival kit. And of course, you know, there's other uses for pencil. You know, but if you're out in the woods, of course, you're gonna have other sticks and stuff. You wouldn't need that. But this is a fishing kit, and this has hooks, sinkers, and flies. And I'm sorry the bag's so dirty, but it's been riding in this kit forever. And there's, you know, all this little fishing kit's amazing because it's so small and it's really all you need. And then there's some band-aids in here if you cut yourself, and you can also use the cotton that's on the band-aid to get a fire started if you needed to. And here's another band-aid here. Here's a scalpel, and it's in a like a tinfoil style wrapper, and this is it's got antiseptic and whatever inside of it so that you know you can't get an infection or whatever. And this is a really nice scalpel. These are from the hospitals. And also I put coins in here. I put quarters in here that ride in here in the kit so that you can make some phone calls if you need to. If there's, you know, I've never seen a phone in a long time, but a pay phone, but if you need some quarters, there's some in there. This is one of those trick birthday candles, and you can light them. And then also you can use the wax. If you need to get something to slide or move around, you can use that wax. Many uses for a candle, but these are the trick birthday candles, and you want to run those because you can light this thing. You could squish it out with your fingers or dip it in water or whatever and relight it, or it'll relight itself, and they're really cool, nice little candles. This compass here is just dirty, but see, that's the problem that kind of aggravates me a little bit. These compasses, these cheaper compasses, they end up not working after a while, and it's really frustrating. So I'm going to take this out of my kit right now. I'm glad I checked that. And that's for, you know, navigation, of course. But these cheaper compasses, it's like I said, it's really frustrating. You know, you spend the money on a compass and then put it in your kit, and then in an emergency situation, you go to use the damn thing and it's not working. This is a small flashlight, one of the e-gear flashlights, and you can get these in a lot of your little survival kits and off Amazon and all that. And these are super bright. This one's been in here for about 6 or 7 years, I believe, and I've never changed the batteries in it at all. And it has a lanyard hole on the top where you can throw some string or thread or something around it and wrap it on around your neck, or put it on a keychain. That way you have it with you at all times. And a lot of times when I'm out in the woods, I'll hook this to my necklace. So I have my fire steel and my flashlight on my neck with my neck knife. And then here are some Tinder quick tabs. There's 3 of those in there, and that's for making fire. And what you want to do is you take these and you fluff them up like this, and you throw a spark into those, and you got a really good fire tinder to start fire, you know, if you're in a situation. And this is an aluminum survival whistle from REI. Very handy, extremely loud. And I'm not going to whistle it super loud because it'll hurt your ears, but these things are extremely loud. Awesome whistle. And these are, I believe these were about 59 cents on sale, and usually their going price is about 99 cents in the stores at REI. And right here I have some thread, and this is to sew yourself up or to make traps, or you can use this for bow and arrows or fishing. You know, there's many uses for cordage and thread. And right here is some snare wire. And of course you can use that same thing. You can use this wire to fix some gear, or you can make a needle out of this, or you can, you know, use it for snare wire. The use of it, that's what it's for actually. But another Tinder quick tab here. And of course we all know what this is. This is a pin that you can use for, you know, if your pants are falling down and you break your button, or if your backpack comes apart or you break a zipper or something, you can, you know, clip them back together. You can bend this into a fish hook, or same thing, you can cut this and make it into a needle. And right here I have 2 sets of fishing string. These are different sizes. There's a thick and a thin, and tons of uses for fishing string to go with your fishing kit, and I'll put those there. Right here, this is Advil when I have a real bad headache, or if I, you know, I'm real achy and my bones are hurting or something like that. You get kind of frustrated when you're not feeling good. So when you're out in the woods and, you know, you get lost or something like that, it's nice to have something where you can keep yourself going and keep your mind in sync without any problems, you know, if you don't have a headache or whatever. Another small pin. Oops. I'll grab that out of there again. And here is a needle for sewing yourself up when you have that thread. And also you can use this to make a compass with that thread. You tie the thread to it and you hang this needle after you rub it on your shirt. What you want to do is you want to take this and go one way on your shirt, a piece of cotton or velvet or whatever. Another way I've done it before is you do this in your hair and you come down the side of your head like this carefully, don't poke yourself. And this is not a sharp needle. I don't carry a real sharp needle in there, but you hang the needle on a piece of string and then you let go of it and it'll give you true north. So that this works as a compass. And also, if this was a leaf, you could sit this needle on a leaf in some water and it'll turn to true north. And that's another way. So you gotta, you can make a compass with the needle. And then I have a razor blade in here. And what you could do is you cut a slot in a stick, wrap the stick on here, and you got yourself a little knife. And you could also make feather sticks with this if you need to, if you don't have a knife. Many uses for a razor blade. You could also take this and hammer it with another stick into a piece of wood and then make feather sticks this way. Or splitting wood. Not real big wood, but stuff to get a fire going. And this is also another little fishing kit. I believe it's got some fish hooks in there and some, I didn't realize I had so many in there. And I'll go ahead and throw that with that. And then this is a ferrocerium rod for making fire. And you just want to strike it. And usually what I would do is if I was out in the woods and I didn't have a knife, I'd use my razor blade to do that. It'd probably ruin the blade, but if you need to get a fire going, well, there you go. And this is a magnesium stick, and you scrape this into a pile and then throw a spark on it, and this magnesium will burn at like 5,000 degrees. Really nice. And in the bottom here, this has a cover on it so it doesn't get ruined. But to make fire, this is a magnifying glass, or to check yourself for slivers or a cut or something like that. And a lot of times I don't carry my glasses out in the woods, so if I need to see something, if I need to read something, this is a little magnifying glass that works really well. I'll go ahead and open this up for you and show you it still works very well. And it's all, the cover on the outside of it's scratched up, so I didn't want it to get scratched up. But anyways, but you can make fire with that if you're out there in the sun. And you have wet dry paper. The reason I carry a chunk of wet dry paper, and I believe this is 400 grit, I use this to sharpen my knives and many other things. It's really nice when you're out in the field to have a knife sharpener on you, and it's hard to carry one sometimes, so if you carry one in your Altoids container, it makes it really handy to sharpen your knife. And if you have a sharp knife, you can keep on working when you're out in the field, out in the woods, doing bushcrafting or survival or whatever. This right here is another needle, and that's a sharp one. So that's if you have to sew yourself up, if there's a problem out in the woods. And you can also make a compass out of that. Many other uses for that. And I think that's it. And then also you can boil water in this container, not a lot, but a little bit of water if you need to. But many other uses for Altoids containers. But anyways, this video was for Stella P. You were asking a while back what I carried in my Altoids survival kit. And I wanted to go ahead and cut the video here and show you that that's what I carry every day on an everyday basis. For the last 25 years, this is what I carried in my container. And I'm glad I did this because now you can see that there's a couple things that I need to change around tonight. Get rid of some of the fishing string maybe and put some more money in there. And maybe some more Tinder Quick tablets. And I need to do something with this compass because obviously it's not working. That's west there, and actually north is this way, so that this compass is shot. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. And Stella P, thank you for watching in the comments. That was nice. And I'll let you guys get out of here. Thanks for watching.